All right, we're back on day 2. It's like 2 days later. I didn't do any yesterday. But as you can see, we've got a couple here today that we have to do. I'm only doing 2 colors per thing, per like canvas. The paint marker that I'm going to be using for the actual graffiti is going to be white. So I'm going to do like a purple gold, black gold, red and gold, red and purple. There was one more. I can't remember, but we're going to get into it. The problem with putting it up higher is it's very unstable. But we're not going to be bumping it or leaning on it, so should be fun. I'm going to take these ones off so I don't dirty them. And we're just going to do one at a time, nice and easy. All right, my phone's already low battery. I'm going to need to plug it on charge. This gold spray paint is so weird, man. I don't understand it. It sprays like slow and then speeds up, and then as you let go, it like it's got like a taper, so it gradient. Okay, we're gonna start with purple. Oh. Where do I want the gold? I think I want the gold to come from the bottom. All right, let's get into it. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take this one off, put another one on. I need somewhere to stick these. Damn, I need to get a mask. Shit. I like this one. I fuck with that a lot. I'm not sure if I like this combination of red and red. I'll let it dry and see how I feel about it, but right now I'm not too chuffed. Alright, and for this last one, before my camera dies, switch this around quick. I'm gonna do a black base and then mix it with gold on the top of it. I'm switching this board around just because the bottom paint is still wet and I don't want to get it on the back of this canvas. Not that it will, but it also just makes it a bit easier to stick once it's dry. And we just got some black acrylic paint here. This time last year, I wasn't even thinking about painting. I wasn't even thinking about what I'm doing now, making art to sell like this. Like I was more just trying to get money from tattooing and stuff like that. A lot has changed this year. For the better. Some it's still difficult to tell if it's been better or worse. But I'm enjoying it. I don't have bigger paintbrushes. This might take a little while. I might have to double coat this as well. I'm definitely gonna have to double coat this. If the video does a weird cut, it's probably because my phone died. I've been thinking a lot more about the art that I'm creating. Instead of just finding cool pictures that I like and drawing it or painting it right off the bat and then calling it an artwork, I'm trying to be more part of the process. It's weird. Like the stuff that I used to make, I felt like I was doing it, but I wasn't even part of that process, you know. I was more just like a guy transferring an image onto paper, you know, almost like I had to keep it in the condition that it was. I was just making sure that it transferred well, if that makes sense. Like it didn't feel like it was my work, even though I was doing it. Whereas now, like the stuff that I'm doing, or at least that I'm trying to do, I'm sketching a lot more, trying to see how I overcome artistic problems that I face when trying to figure out anatomy, or how I want to bend the anatomy of my pictures or my drawings and things. And I haven't shown any sketches yet at the time of me recording this video, depending on when it goes up, but I definitely, as I said, want to make a video of my sketching and just about how you evolve as an artist and how, you know, people look at it kind of differently. You know, my family, for example, is not taking too well to the fact that I'm changing mediums or changing directions with my art, because like, it's like, oh, Ethan's so good at drawing, you know, like they know me as that, like, oh, Ethan, yeah, he draws really well. And then when I started painting, they were like, oh, but why are you painting now? You were drawing so well, why not just stick with that? And it's like, because I want to evolve, you know. And then the same thing with the painting, a little bit faster, because when I started painting, I was still doing the same thing that I was when I was drawing. So it wasn't necessarily difficult to pick up painting. It was more just the color theory and trying to find the right colors to match the picture. But it was still the same story of like, okay, well, I don't want to just draw a reference. I don't want to just paint a reference. I don't want to just paint a picture. You know, like at the very least, I want to take the reference and add my own spin on it, or simply use the idea of the reference and then put me into it, you know? And I've been enjoying it a lot. It's been difficult. It's been really fucking difficult to try and draw just out my head, or to draw without a guide, or to actually make something. And not just to make something just because I can, but to make something that I feel connected to, and to make something that I feel like this is part of what I want to show people. This is part of the message I want to send to people, you know. And I'm probably gonna get lung cancer from this fucking spray paint. I hope that wasn't offensive to say. Like right now, what I'm doing now, I'm not necessarily making anything crazy or anything outside the box. I actually got this idea from someone else, where they do canvases with gradient colors and graffiti and stuff. But I'm trying to do it in my own way. I'm trying to make it more connected to me, but also connected to my audience. And I'm taking them to markets, and I want to work on them with people directly at the market, you know, or at the event that I'm at, where they come in and they say like, hey, I want this word, or I want this name, or whatever, and I graffiti it onto the canvas and make it theirs, you know. And then on the painting side of things, for more like original artworks and things, I want to not be so rigid with it. I want to not be so inside the lines and like this doesn't look how it's supposed to, or that doesn't look how it's supposed to. It's more just like, I want it to look how I want it to look. You know, I don't want it to look how it has to look. I hope that makes sense. It's sort of a feeling that's been trickling into my life as well of like, I want to just do things how I do things now. You know, I want to figure out how I do things and what works for me, because we all get stuck in this trap of like watching endless tutorials or watching the best way to do this or the best way to do that. And we get stuck in this idea of like, that's how I'm supposed to do it and what I'm doing is wrong. And it's not to say that what you're doing is right, or if you're not finding success that you should just keep on fucking hitting that same wall. It's more just figuring out and flowing through the problems that you have and not trying to rely on someone else's way of getting through those problems, but really digging in and finding out how you can get through those problems. And what would you do? What would you do and then teach to the people who want to learn as well? And then they'll go through the same cycle where you're telling them what to do, and they want to figure out their own way of doing things. And so I guess figure it out, learn. That's all we can do, right? Okay, I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna go put my phone on charge, probably make a cup of tea, and then maybe I'll be back today to finish these. Might not be, we'll see how it goes. All right, I'll charge my phone, got my tea and a biscuit. I had the second biscuit already. That's very hot. So this is a transversal cap, so it's like fat. If I go horizontally, it's like fat, and then if I go vertically, it's thin. I'm just gonna go at it. The gold kind of sprays everywhere. It spreads so much. So I'm gonna add some more black in here just to get some pop to it, some punch. I've never done this before, so if these turn out shit, is what it is. Kind of reminds me of like a keyhole. Ow. That was too much. Okay, for this one, I'm gonna do similar to the white and purple. I'm gonna make it like a You ready? That looked kind of sick. Alright, this one turned out fairly interesting. I think that's kind of sick though. It does look like blood. I don't know how people are going to react to that, but this one is kind of done. I don't know what else I want to do to this. I don't really want to add dripping onto this as well. I'll do purple drops. I think purple dripping could be cool. I've been hiding out in plain sight. I've been getting high as fuck before these fucking planes, right? Wearing plain clothes. Ooh, that's cool. It's got some of the gold in the paint. That's sick. So it's mixed with the gold from the previous painting, and the purple and gold are like mixing together while they drop. I'll get it, I'ma get it in a minute, yeah. I have an idea. Why is this shit curving, bro? All right. We are done. So I'm done. I've got 7 canvas pieces here because I ran out of canvas. I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. I only had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. There's like a lady in the street right now tripping and trying to get hold of her dog. But anyways, let me show you the canvases. It was really fun doing these. There wasn't like a plan going in. It was more just like I knew what colors I wanted to use, and I just wanted to be messy with it a little bit, make backgrounds for the graffiti. This is still drying. I feel like this is going to take a long while to dry, but that's okay. This is what we're working with. I really like how this gold and black one came out. This one's probably the most simple one. This one's probably my favorite. Let's see if I can different angles just so you can. But like when you look at it from different angles, as you can see, the gold lights up in different ways. It goes like darker or brighter, more shiny. This one came out really cool. I like it. It's interesting. It's interesting. It gives a weird sort of vibe. I'm not sure how I feel when I look at it, but I like looking at it from that angle because the gold just goes so bright and the red goes darker. Whereas if you look at it from the other side, the red pops out and the gold kind of fades in a bit. Then these were the first 2 I did. These were kind of the testers. The one on the right, the red one, is probably my second favorite, I'd say. I just really like the way the gradient is between the red and the white, and the stark white just dripping down there looks really cool. And then this one was more like a test. I like the vibe on this one. It's more like, I don't know, it gives me almost like traditional vibes, like almost like hand painting and using like random materials and stuff and just getting a bit abstract with it. But yeah, that's the collection. I think they turned out pretty cool. Anyways, I'm gonna end that video there. Just a nice quick one. I don't know how long it's gonna be actually. Let me not say it's gonna be a quick one, but this was fun. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope it inspired you to make something at least, or just take out some colors, get a little bit abstract with it. It doesn't always have to be something perfect. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, check out my website if you'd like to find some prints. I'm going to be hitting up the markets and things, selling prints in the real world, and obviously with these, I'm going to sell these at the market, sort of have people come in, say they want this word or they want this on it, and then I'm going to take a paint marker and then tag it live there for them and sort of give them an original piece that way, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm excited for it, but a video will come of that once it happens. Till then, stay hydrated, keep practicing.